I've been building a software development company for the past 3 years, and I've been recording and documenting that for the past year now. And today, one of my employees came to me and said that he wants to be his own boss and all these things. And honestly, I thought it was really silly. Let me set some context here. This is my most junior guy. His first ever job was with us. There's this whole craze going on all over social media, which is preaching to be your own boss and drop the 9 to 5. I know it's ironic coming from me, but I think most people have no idea what it actually takes. And I think people are stuck in such a binary mindset where you're either an employee or a boss. And like my employee today did exactly that. He just said that, he wants to make more money and so he wants to start a side thing or whatever. But the thing that people don't realize is like there's a whole spectrum between being a 9 to 5 employee that just does what they're told and a boss that owns everything. The more you go along this spectrum, the more toward the boss thing, the more risk and responsibility you have to take on, but also correspondingly the more reward you can get. The thing that people don't understand is that there is a bunch of intermediate roles where you can take on a smaller level of risk, but still drastically increase the rewards and the earnings that you're getting. And so that starts by, for example, like moving from just a developer to a manager, project manager, and things like that. The reason I say this is silly is because a lot of people just don't know what it takes. And unfortunately, my developer, I love the guy, he's really great. And I think he's got potential to do great things, but I don't think he knows what it takes to run a business. Better development skills are not going to pay him more and things like that. And so there's a bunch of intermediate functions where you can get more responsibility and more risk. I started this business before I even had a job. I started this business when I was 17 and still in high school. I now realize that having a business where you could contribute to their business or grow them really gives you a lot more context about how to run a business in the first place. And I think that's extremely powerful, and people don't realize that like there are jobs, employee jobs where you can get paid a shit ton of money. You can get sales commissions and make 30, 40, 50 grand a month or more. There are employees out there who are paid 5, 10 million a year, and they're talking about big corporate executives, like that kind of thing. But these roles exist and they're still employees of some sort. A boss is still an employee of some sort. They still have somebody to respond to. The thing that you want to look for is you want equity and ownership in the risk and the responsibility. And so you just have to move up that ladder to get more risk and responsibility, but you don't have to go all the way, because if you absorb all of that risk and responsibility, guess what? It's going to take you a long time to figure a lot of things out, and it's a much more painful and arduous journey. I literally told him, you're going to have to fight tooth and nail to get a couple extra $100 on the side and slowly roll something up. Bear in mind, like he's a junior, he's got to figure all the business things out. Or you can just come to me and help me grow this business instead of just being a developer or whatever. And I'll teach you how, I'll give you the tools. Like I will support you in every way possible. And if you double this business, we can double your salary. There's a vehicle that you're already a part of, and why not double down in that? I can't build a big company alone. I'm going to have to bring people along with me. And those people that are here from the start will be extraordinarily well compensated. The same way that, NVIDIA minted a bunch of millionaires because those people had stock and ownership in the company. They participated to some degree in the risk and responsibility. And yeah, I think like that's a notion that so many people are just so incognizant of. There's a whole spectrum where you can take on more risk and more responsibility without being the full business owner. And one of the things I told him as well is like, why would you leave this business now if you get to use this as a sandbox where you could test your growth strategies, and if they work, then great, you double our business, then you earn more money, then you can still start your own thing. But if they fail, you still get a base salary. When I started this, man, I had to work catering jobs to make ends meet sometimes because I didn't have any other money. There's so much extra risk, and so if you have the base of an existing vehicle, you really reduce that base risk of losing like the minimum livelihood that you want to sustain, but then you can still get all the reward if you get to grow that business that you're a part of. I think that's really powerful. Other than that, my kind of main things where I'm spending time right now are especially in the areas of marketing and fulfillment. These are my two focuses. On the fulfillment side, we've got a new project that's going pretty well. Overall, this new project is great for all of us. I'm giving the team a project bonus, which is a really nice thing because it means that they get to share some of the success of the business, and so I'm pretty excited about that. And then on the marketing side, I'm spending a lot of time basically just doubling down on the kind of people that we want to help and being more specific about that, and I got a better kind of idea of that. And also, what are smaller ways that we can help people? So I do try and give free value as much as possible in these videos, but what are kind of levels between free value and the paid projects that we do? Because our paid projects are generally pretty high ticket. I didn't realize that a low ticket offer is a really, really good way to essentially liquidate acquisition costs and gain more acquisition spending money. I'm kind of thinking of those and wanting to come up with those, and that's the current stuff that I have on my to-do list. And then on the personal side, I'm just doing kind of everyday work, very, very normal, very chill routine, nothing special. I'm going to the gym after this, gonna go home, gonna cook a little bit, do some laundry like it's day in, day out. That's just how it is, and but I'm having fun, and that's it. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that for the small update. Feel free to drop any questions if you have them.